I broke my 10 years long book buying ban with 2 hauls, but I had perfectly good reasons. My name is Brett, and this is The Beast Reads, now with added culture. I hadn't added any new books to my collection in a long time. I blame Booktube, specifically Ben at Grammaticus Books and Richard at Vintage SF for starting the Show Us Your Covers tag. I have plenty of books to choose from, but the one that I wanted to start the video off with I couldn't find anywhere in my house. I found an estate sale online with a list of some science fiction books. I thought, well, I might have something. Looked at the pictures. They had them spine out. I could see one that said Return of Retief, and that was the cover I wanted. So I went to find it, went to the sale, and there it was, sitting in the pile of books. They had several Retief books, but I really wanted this one for the alien sitting there. It was very important. Then while I was there, they had the books, science fiction books were just for $1 a piece. Hardbacks, $3. I found a couple of DAWs. They're by an author I didn't recognize, Michael Kurland, The Tomorrow Night and Whereabouts of Burr. Never heard of them, but they were DAW. They had nice yellow coloring, nice spine. I thought, well, I'll buy those, just a couple bucks, no big deal. I thought, I'll look through the rest of them, see if there's anything I want. A lot of them I already had, a lot of books I could have bought but didn't really need. And then I looked through, they had about a dozen or so hardbacks. And there was one lonely one sitting there without a dust jacket. I went, oh, that poor thing. I looked a little closer, and I found the logo for Winston Science Fiction. And these are the books with the nice dust jacket on them that drew me to the science fiction section in the library when I was a kid. I've always liked that spaceship in the little circle there, and I thought, since I've always wanted one, I'll pay $3 for this and get it. Well, went downstairs to check out, and I said to him, I says, well, this is the only hardback you had without a dust jacket. Cut me a deal for that? All right, she said, she'll just give it to $1. So I got all 4 of those for $1. So not a bad haul. My second book haul has a book about a zombie apocalypse, one about the care and feeding of dragons, one where a guy turns into, a worm turns into something else, and 2 about uplifted animals. This haul I blame on my niece and Kellogg cereal. At a family birthday party, my niece was talking about her 2 elementary school age sons are in Spanish immersion classes where all the lessons are taught in Spanish. They're doing good in the classes, but she said it was hard to find books for them to read that are in Spanish. I thought back, I said, well, Kellogg's on that buy a box of cereal, get a free book deal they have. They had some books in Spanish. I'll check that out. And I found several books for them. The first is The Last Kids on Earth by Max Brailer. This comes highly recommended by my granddaughter. She very much likes that. The second book is Dragons Love Tacos by Adam Rubin, illustrated by Daniel Salamari. The third is Very Hungry Caterpillar by Eric Carle. I do not know children's stuff, so I don't know the authors. Go Dog Go by P.D. Eastman. And Llama Llama Loves to Read by boy, that's a good one. Dudney. Anna Dudney. So I broke my book buying ban for very good reasons. Right? Wasn't it? Right? And now here's something I think you'll really like. I would be remiss if I didn't mention my favorite poem after mentioning the Llama book. It's The Llama by Ogden Nash. The 1L Llama, he's a priest. The 2L Llama, he's a beast. But I will bet a silk pajama there isn't any 3L Llama. I got to get a new bit. If you enjoyed listening to me confess my book buying sins, give the video a like. It don't cost nothing. And remember, Styx is the greatest American rock band.